Alright, I got my material for the valves, the 93. It's supposed to be, does it say on here anywhere? No, it doesn't say. It's odd. Well, it's got their stock number on it, but it doesn't have. So I'd be careful when I take that out of there. I don't want to bend them. They were shipped in a huge box, so that they wouldn't get bent up, which was nice of them. Can't remember what I paid for them. It wasn't that much. They weren't that expensive. And I'm hoping the sizes will be, they look pretty straight. See if it'll slide through the valve guides here. Oh yeah. Actually, it's a little on the loose side. Not too bad though. How about the other one? Where did I lay the other? Where did I lay the other cylinder head? It's probably over here. Here it is. So I can go ahead and make. My valves. Yeah, it's actually a pretty decent fit. I have a little clamping collet that I'll use, and what I'll do is I'll put the ring on the end of it first with a 20 thou grooving tool. I lay this up somewhere where I don't get it, where I don't bend it. Put it back in the pack, I guess. Maybe I should just tape it to a board. I don't want to have it bent up. For now, I'm going to lay it over on the surface plate, the one that I'm not using. Okay, so I think I have the right collet in there yet from other things. Slide it in so it's just poking out. Clamps on there pretty good. Let's see if I can be shot at what I'm doing. But I got it in a little step down collet sleeve. I think I had a tool set up, yep, right here. And I need to measure that, make sure it's not too big. Okay, that'll work. Plus, I need to know the ID of the E-clip that I'm going to use. Do I have one laying here, or do I got to go dig one out? I'm going to have to go dig one out, I think. They're, I got them stored in my V8 stuff because I used them on my V8 valves, I believe. I'm going to do the same concept here. The snap ring groove. And I'll search through the containers. spark plug boots. Rocker arms. Rocker arms, the other style that I didn't like, that I didn't want. That I didn't want to do them that way because of some interference fits that. Here we go. So I got them in this little box here, along with gears, and they're hard to pick up, little buggers. Lick my finger in here. There we go. All right. I believe I'm gonna try to get a rough guesstimate of I don't know if you can see that, if it's gonna focus on that or not. But I have to get an idea of the two prongs on the outside. I want them just slightly bigger so they snap into place. So I'll just take and try to quick get a guesstimate with my calipers. If I had to pack, the package, I don't think the package is in there. I'll have to look, because that might tell me what the diameter is that I want to go to. Oh, jeez. So let's just try to take a. Don't drop it. Put it up here. I'm up on top of my lathe here, trying to get a reading. Looks like about 125. It's just out of curiosity, is that that packaging is long gone that they came in, because I think it told me on that. So we're gonna shoot for a 125 groove in that, and we'll see if it snaps in place. What does the plans say? Do they say anything about just say 20 thou with a 61 thou up above. Areas in part shaft, port difference, valve. Nope, doesn't say anything. So it can't be 125. Didn't I just say 125? It's 93 thou material. How do I do that? I must have been dreaming here. Looks like about 79. So 94. So be 4. Well, I want to put that groove deeper than that. I'm going to I'm going to go 20 thou deep, which is 40 thou on the diameter once, and see what it does. And 63 thou from the end. Look at that room. Touch off. 0. 20. And then, what did I say, 63? 63 thou from the end. Right there. Yeah, I'll get in there. All right, my lathe hasn't been running again. I want to shift into a lower gear and get the oil flowing. So I'm going to go with a C1, which is only 200 RPM and gets the oil flowing in the gears and stuff. I don't like kicking my lathe into high gear right away without getting that oil distributed around in the gears. It's a gearhead lathe, so it's got 90 weight oil in it, I believe. Did I come in? Alright, that should do it. Now I'm going to kick her up to 1,000. So I'll go to C2. Now I'm going to touch off and go in 40. Actually, I think I'm going to only go in 20. I think 20 would do it. I'm going to try to put that on there without dropping it. If I drop it down there, I'm never going to find it. So let's get the forks lined up here. Oh yeah, that snaps on there. That actually snaps on there pretty nice. If you can see that or not, but it is on there right now. It snapped right into place. So 20 thou deep. So the overall length, I want 1 inch 200. So I'll get my parting tool here. Unlatch it. And get my scale. 1 inch 200. This is the valve shaft now, not so a little more out. There we go. I'm gonna go right there. So that's a 50 thou part off blade. So I'm going to touch the end. If it's a little long, it won't matter. Even if it's a little short, it's not going to matter a whole lot, unless it's a bunch short. Zero my dials. Back out. Go over 50. And re-zero. Could have just went my 50 and then zeroed it. Alright, 1 inch 200. 1 inch, 200. Didn't leave myself a whole lot of room. Hopefully I can get through it. And I'm gonna install the converter back or a little file. let's just see what it looks like in here. See if it's, try to turn it around and around and see if it's, looks pretty concentric and straight to me. Of course, after soldering the end on, who knows where it'll go. I'm not sure. I've never made valves in two pieces before. I've always added a little bit extra, put a dead center in, and then turned it, and then, but I figured I'd try it on this. So I will go ahead and make, I'll probably make one extra. I'll make 4 more of these, and when I start to make the head of the valve, I'll be back and I'll show you that. Until then, later. Alright, I have all 4 valve shafts, or the stems, valve stems made. Now I'm going to start on the valve heads. And what I've done so far is I've just got material clamped up, and I want to turn the head OD down to 200. I know they're calling 250, but the major the diameter of this hole is a 3/16. So as long as I go bigger than a 3/16, it's going to be fine. So I want to turn that down to 200, and we're at 250, and I took just a pass across. We got 30 thou to go, so I'm just going to go ahead and take 30 thou. I think that should be good enough. That OD is not critical. It's just as long as you don't go under 3/16, as long as you stay over 3/16, you'll be fine. Now, I do have a hole drilled in the end of it. It looks like a 3/16. Let's just, or a 90 thou, about a 90 thou. See if the reamer will run into that. Yeah, run in there without break. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and run a drill in it. It looks like it's running concentric. I don't know what the hole was. If it does, if the drill wiggles, then I'll clean it up. The drill's not wiggling. Put some stuff on the end. Cleaner in here. That should do. Now, we want to go down to, I want to take, I set up a tool here. It's just a 45-degree tool that I actually turned it to make the angle, instead of a 45, a little steeper. So what I want to do is touch with the tip, and I want to take that down to, they're calling a 125, we're at 200, so 75 thou. Come in here and touch that diameter. There, I'll zero my dial. 75, 20, 40. I'm gonna go 40 right now. And they're saying they want a 47,000 slam.
We'll get the tip lined up. I'm just going to eyeball the tip of the tool to the edge of the because I don't think that's critical also.
I need a brush.
Just be in there. Right? Pretty close. Right there. So zero the dial, and we're gonna go 47 thousandths more, or 50. That's quite a distance. That's 47. That's what they're calling. That's what they're calling it out. And this should be. Yeah, I got a ways to go. Because I only took a 40 thou cut. And I want to take a 70. And that should do it right there. 70 thou. Back to the 50. Okay, that should do it. Let's part it off and see what it looks like. And I'm just gonna black magic mark it or put blue marker on it and then bring the parting tool in and then creep over until I got about a 20 to 30 thou land on the diameter. I hope. Let's see, how can I clean that off there? Right. I'm just going to cut. And then I'm going to slide over until I get about a 20 to 30 thou land. Now I'm going to part it off, but I want to get a piece of wire or something because I'll never find that part. Something to catch it with. And is this too small or too big? Or that'll work. I think this was a pin that I made for something that I didn't use. Let's stick that at the end here to catch it. And we'll slowly part it off. There we go. There's one. Now I'm just taking on a stone and stone the top of that. If I drop that, I won't find it. Or I'll have a hard time finding it. We'll just stone the top of that. Grab one of the stems. See if we can slide it in. Oh yeah, that'll work. I don't know if you can see that, but there it is. And then we'll, what I'll do is I'll flux put some flux on there and put a drop of I'll put a chip of silver solder on the top, and then heat it up. Try to heat it up down here so that the silver solder will melt and then wick into their diameters. So we just got to do that 3 more times. So, and I turned it back far enough where I can get at least a couple more out of there, and so it'll be the same thing. Only thing is, I don't have to ream this time. All I have to do, the hole is already there, is grab my tool that I have set at an angle. And we should be able to just get over to the edge here, where the point is right on the edge, or close to. Right there, zero my dial. Go in 70 thou. I'm going to go 40 first. What I did last time. Take it to 50, back out. Take it to 70, back in, back out, and part that one off. And I'll do the same thing as I'll I could just measure the width of that. Where did I put it? Oh, it's still on the valve stem. I'll just mic this. I don't have a good dimension for the length of that. So want to make a 138 138 long. 138 thousandths. So I should be able to come up here and touch. Right there. That's 50 thou. And then I go 120, 38. Be close right there. That's a little heavy. Right there. So he ended up at 130. I don't think this hole is deep enough. Stop right there and get that hole deeper. Hopefully I didn't go too far already. Where's the drill? I'll deepen that hole a little bit. I could see that deal I'm using to catch wasn't going deep enough into it. Reamer. I'll put a little dab on the reamer. Now we should be able to part it off. Oh yeah. We got enough now. Okie doke, got 2 done. Now I'll have to take it out of there and and pull it out a ways to do the other two. Oh, jeez, looking for my stone. It was laying right there. And stone the top here a little bit. That looks good. Lay that down here. Slip it on. Yep. It's on there perfect. So I've got 2 more to do. So I gotta pull this stock out a little bit. Oh, I got it clamped tight. All right, so I need to turn that 200 thou back. I'm just going to blend into what I've already got turned. There. Run a center drill now. Center drill that because I pretty much took that all off. That in there. Grill. Furnace is kicking in. It's 8. I think I seen it was 8 degrees outside. Yesterday it was really nice. Yesterday and the day before. That's why I didn't get videos out, because I didn't get no shop time in, because I was busy shoveling snow and shoveling the roof off. Not our roof. I never did get our roof shoveled off. My father-in-law's roof on his house, his garage, and 2 storage sheds. So I was pooped at the end of the day. And I ended up putting that snowblower back together. So I uploaded that video. Pookie made an appearance. At the beginning of the video, if you wanted to get an eye on Pookie, very beginning of that video of Snowblower 2, I took a little bit of him, a little bit of shot, a little bit of video. Curled up in a tight ball today, being real quiet. I haven't heard him meow yet. A lot of times he'll lay on his, he's got another bed over here beside my, kind of adjacent to my NC, and he'll lay there and watch me. Unless I'm running the NC, then he hightails it. Spoiled. It's a spoiled cat. But that's okay. That's the way they're supposed to. That's the way you're supposed to have them spoiled. We like our pets. I mean, we like our animals. All right, we're back to the chamfer tool. Line up the point with the edge. Zero my dial. Anchor in. I take a 40 val cut first. That's what I've been doing. Then I take the 70. And the last one was, I ended up at 30 thou. Let's try that. Touch off, it's a 50. I think it's because of my touching off, I'm moving in until I see the part out blade move. So naturally it's going to be heavy. So 130. I'll just move over. I'll move over and eyeball it over. Forgot the 50. Just move, touching the part up blade and then moving it until I got up. I have about a 20 to 30 land. Alright. We'll tuck the tool in there. Take it on the stone. I'll take it on the stone and do the same thing as the other one. Let's get the next one done here. When I get this done, before I go off lathe and silver solder those, I'm going to make the E-clip retainer. It's basically it's a little cup that fits on the end that you push down on the spring, put the E-clip on, and it pops up, and then it keeps the E-clip from coming off. Just a retainer cup. That's what I call it anyway. Retainer cup. I don't know what to really call it. Right there, 0. Crank in 40. Crank in 70. Part off blade. That works pretty good just eyeballing it, so I'm just going to go over here and do that again. And then my touch was right about on. So. Ta-da! Okay, so now we're calling it 295. calling out a 295. I don't know if I want to go that big. Spring is going to go around that. Spring's going to load up against on that. Maybe I'll get some 5/16. 5/16 brass. So I'll be back when I get it all lined up with some 5/16 brass and tools lined up for doing that. Well, what I'll do is I'll turn the step on the brass, drill the hole through, and yeah, then I'll have to flip them around. So 295, I may just leave them at 5/16. That way I can put them back into the 5/16 collet and do the little counterbore. Because otherwise, if I turn it to 295, I'm not going to have a collet. I'm not going to have a collet to handle it. I'll have to make a sleeve, and that's only going to be, you know, about 20,000 big. So that's what I'm going to do. I convinced myself. I'll be back.